Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for being here today. Today's video is going to be about candles. I did post a video about a week ago. I had gotten a package from the Flaming Candle with all my fragrance oils that I was making for my spring and summer fragrances, and I did ask if anybody would like me to do a review, and I did get a few, okay, just a few. I got a few people respond. But I decided to go ahead and work on making all the products so that I could test them and smell it and try the hot throw, the cold throw, and then have a better idea and come back and do the review. So that's why it took a week to get it done, because I've been making everything. And it was hectic, it was stressful. If any of you make candles, you know, when you're making a bunch like that in a small amount of time, it was... I enjoy it though. I really enjoy it. I love making candles and I love making wax melt. So stressful but enjoyable at the same time. So, and I did want to go over a couple of the new products that I have in my store right now. I do have these tarot candles. These seem to be really popular. It's a 16 ounce, well, I sell it for 14 ounce, but this is a 16 ounce large salsa jar that I get from Lone Star. I have not been able to get these jars from Candle Science in a very long time because they're always out of stock. I recommend, if you have not checked out Lone Star, that is a very good company. I highly recommend Lone Star. Very fast, speedy shipping. The last time I ordered these jars, which was a couple of weeks ago, I ordered 6 dozen of them. They all came in perfect condition. There wasn't a scratch on anything. They pack everything superbly. Everything was phenomenal. You do buy the lids separately, but that's pretty much with most companies. You can choose between black and I think gold. I always like the black ones, but anyway, these are the tarot candles. This time around, this is the second time I've had the tarot candles. They flew off the shelf the first time. The second time, they're starting to sell a little bit quicker, but this time it's a different scent, same scent but from a different company, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But I did do the rose quartz crystals on the top. I was a little bit hesitant to do this because I'm not I'm not fond of putting things on the top of your candle because of it being a fire hazard, to be honest with you. So I did do a lot of research before doing this. And one of the places that I found that was really helpful as far as research on, you know, putting anything on the top of your candle like crystals was the Wooden Wick website. They have a lot of good videos that you can watch. They actually sell crystals specifically for candle making, so that you know you're not buying anything flammable. So I would recommend, if you do want to put something like that, because that is what I did. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just something random that, you know, could cause a fire or some sort of issue like that. So Wooden Wick, a little bit pricey, but I wanted to make sure that these guys were safe. And I ordered these. When I make these, I don't put any label on them until somebody purchases it, and then that way, if they have a request for something and I have it in stock, I will be more than willing to oblige them and put that particular request on there. I just put this one on for the video so that you could kind of see how it is. So hopefully somebody won't mind the magician. So anyway, there's that. And then I do have these other jars that I recently ordered. I love these. I am so in love with these because I've wanted a wooden lid for such a long time. I ordered these from Brambleberry. Now, Brambleberry is expensive. I would not purchase any fragrance oils from them. I could not purchase any fragrance oils from them because they're so pricey. They're probably double of what the Flaming Candle is, and so I did look at their website, and believe me, I was itching to buy something. I'm just like, oh my god, let me just buy an 8 ounce something just to try it. But then my sensible side kicked in and said, no, Nyoka, don't do it. You know, you cannot spend $36 for an 8 ounce bottle of fragrance oil. So the only thing I purchased from them were these jars. I do love these jars. They came in packs of 12 or 36, and I got the 36. I think the packs, I can't remember how much the packs of 12 cost, but the 36 cost, I think it was $130 it was either 130 or 139. I can't remember which one, but I got 36 for 139, which is expensive, especially when you compare them to these large salsa jars that I can get a dozen for $8 or $9, $10 maybe. The lids, they usually run maybe $3, $4 a dozen. So these are a pretty affordable jar. It's the shipping that is going to get you in the end. So there's that. But these were kind of pricey, and they're small. They're 8 ounces. But I really like them. You can choose between gray or pink, and I opted to go with the gray because I just felt like that might be more, you know, gender friendly. You can get this for a guy friend, or, you know, whatever, or I just wanted to go with the gray over the pink. I figured that might be more sellable. But this is, what is this, Fresh Outdoors, so this is a nice scent. So that's what they look like. Really happy with these. Love the lid. That's what I bought them for, was the lid, which is why I'm also not filling the candle up, because I have a bad habit of filling my candles up to the brim. I will try to fill it up as far as I can without it going over. These ones, I could not do that because you have to have that space to be able to close your lid. And then I do have these in stock. I did make these. I went over these the last time when I was doing a video. These are sweet pea, and that is one of the scents that I'm going to go over today. So these are 12-ounce jars. I think I got these at Candle Science. I think I got those at Candle Science because I wanted to try something different, and I couldn't get my regular jar there, and so I can't remember why I ended up getting, I think I went there for something else, and I ended up getting sidetracked and buying jars. So that's what happened on that. But anyway, so I've been really busy making all those things. Wax melts, everything's in stock. So let's just get started. I did not go through each fragrance oil and, you know, write down what the top note, middle note, or bottom note is. I'm just going to describe it to you as best as I can, and kind of rate it on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being maybe the lowest and 5 being the best. So that, I think I'll just do it that way. And I do have 2 fragrance oils here that are not from the Flaming Candle, and I think I'll start with those. So the first one is the Rainforest Blossoms, and this is from Lone Star. Again, if I haven't said it, let me say it again. I highly recommend Lone Star. If you have never tried them out, I would definitely check them out. I think their fragrance oils are absolutely right up there with the Flaming Candle and Candle Science. I love their fragrance oils, very high quality. They have certain things in stock that you're not going to be able to get at Candle Science or the Flaming Candle. They sell pretty much everything that those other companies sell. There was a time where I needed to buy my Vibar 260, and Flaming Candle did not have it in stock. I don't think that Candle Science had it in stock, but Lone Star did. So there's been times where I've needed certain wicks. No one had them in stock. Lone Star did. So I actually bought 2 of these. I actually bought a 16 ounce, but they didn't have the 16 ounce, so they sent 2 of the 8 ounce. That is what this candle is here. It's a very fresh, it's fresh, floral,
sorry guys, that
and a
was
little
the
bit
wrong
of woodsy.
candle. That was my Fresh
It
Outdoors.
is definite
and I meant to
outside.
hold up a Rainforest Blossom.
If you're looking for that nice, fresh spring scent, this is it. And to be honest with you, it reminds me of like just opening the kitchen window in the middle of summer. I mean, it just, I don't even know how to, it's just fresh. It's a very fresh and clean scent. So much so that when I went to burn the first wax melt, I felt the need to clean the living room before I put it in there, because I didn't want to put that scent in a living room that needed to be vacuumed and dusted. So it does have that very, very clean, fresh, floral, yet woodsy scent to it. So that's a nice one. So let me put that over here. And on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to give this probably a 5. The hot throw is amazing. The wax melts completely filled the room. I have not tried the candle yet, as far as the hot throw on a candle. You know, but as far as the wax melt, it was phenomenal. Now, this one here is Cali Coffee from California Candle Supply Company. This one here, this one was disappointing. So I ended up naming this chocolate latte. So if you were to go to my store and you see something that's labeled as chocolate latte, it's this one here. And I did not purchase this with the intentions of selling something chocolatey. I wanted coffee. I wanted a coffee scent. Coffee is popular, believe it or not. I'm not fond of coffee in the form of candles or wax melts, but a lot of people are, and I've had coffee in the past, and I've had people request coffee again. And so this was that bottle that I had purchased for certain customers that had requested coffee. Unfortunately, this is chocolate. This is something chocolate. The first scent that hits me is chocolate. Yeah, it's almost like a, I don't know, it's just, to me, I don't get any coffee in it whatsoever. I don't get any coffee. It is all chocolate. And so what I did was I named it chocolate latte. My middle son, who's 23, when he came home from work one day, I was making these, and he thought, he was like, man, it smells like chocolate. I think he said chocolate cappuccino. He's like, it smells like cappuccino, like something sweet and vanilla chocolate type cappuccino. It's not a bad fragrance. It's not like horrid or anything like that. It has a decent smell if you like that kind of stuff. And I don't, but I have to give it probably at least a 3 or a 4 because the hot throw is really good, and I do want to be fair on it. It's not what I thought it smelled like. This smells very chocolatey to me. Obviously, it's not a plain coffee scent. But as far as the hot throw, it's phenomenal. So it does do what it's supposed to do, and somebody might really, really enjoy that scent. So it hasn't really sold very well. I've sold a few of the wax melts. You know, but if you're purchasing something like that, and you're, you know, that's why I wanted to name it chocolate latte, because I don't want somebody to buy something that says coffee and they get it and they smell chocolate. So I don't know. As far as the quality is concerned, I'm still going to give it a 3, but it does go a little bit lower simply because it's chocolate to me. It's not coffee. So then that takes care of all the other companies besides the flaming candle. So that's what we have next. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a couple of samples that I've been given by the flaming candle. So the one thing I do kind of enjoy with the flaming candle is that you're always going to receive a free 1 ounce sample. If you spend over $25, I think it's $25, you get a free 1 ounce sample. Now what I was doing was I was using those samples for my marijuana leaf wax melt molds, or wax melts. And I stopped doing that because what happened was somebody had bought some at one point and wrote me back later on asking if I had any more of that scent in stock, and I did not, because I had used just a little 1 ounce sample. And so that got me to thinking, and I thought, you know, maybe I shouldn't be using that sample unless I plan on purchasing more, because if I do sell it and somebody really enjoys it and they want more, I'm not going to have it because I only made enough to make with this sample. So what I've started doing with these samples is I've started using them for my tester candles. And even that is a little bit iffy because sometimes you want to test the hot throw on a certain scent, and so you want to test with that particular scent. But the times when I'm just testing for wicks and just plain hot throw, no matter the scent, that's what I use these little guys for. I use a large percentage of fragrance oil. I use about 18% in my wax melts, and I use 10% in my candles. I probably don't need to be that high in my candles because of the C3. I think I get a pretty good hot throw. And I also use a Vibar 260. But I like a strong candle. I want it to be strong. So I use 10% whenever I'm making candles. So I'm not going to get much with this. I usually will, depending on the jar that I'm testing, most of the time I have these big jars. So this is usually what I'm testing different wicks out with. This doesn't go very far. So I'm probably, when I'm doing a tester, I'm making a 6% candle. I think if you're doing a pound of wax, this 1 ounce is probably going to come out to about 6% fragrance oil per that 1 pound. So it's a pretty low fragrance load. But that's what I use them for as my testers. But it's a good way to try those scents that they give you. And sometimes I like them so well that I do go back and I buy a bottle. So this one here is the white tea and ginger. And the only thing I can say about that, and you ladies might understand, Elizabeth Arden has a perfume called, I think it's called green tea or white tea. There's an Elizabeth Arden green tea, I think, perfume that smells exactly like this. This is exactly what that smells like. So I can't remember if it's called green, I want to say it's green tea. I know it's by Elizabeth Arden though, because I used to wear Red Door back in the late 90s or early 2000s. That was my go-to perfume. But when I opened it up, that was what I smelled, was that green tea Elizabeth Arden perfume. It's a very, very nice scent, very strong, but it does have that perfumey kind of smell to it. Honestly, I would probably give it a 5 because this is probably something I would purchase a larger bottle with. I like this one. I like the green tea one. So that is white tea and ginger. Very nice one. Very nice. And then we have vanilla birch. So vanilla birch is probably going to go down to a 3 for me. This one here, I just got it on my last shipment, and I'm not quite sure why, because it's more of a Christmas scent than anything else. This would be a really, really nice Christmas fragrance oil, but not what I am looking for with the coming season. So, and I'm also going to go a little bit low on the rating as far as the hot throw as well, because I did make a tester candle with this. I was actually testing these jars when I first got these, and I recently got this. So this is what I did my testing with these jars, and I could only get a faint whiff of this. Now, granted, again, this is only an ounce, so maybe it's not a fair test, but I couldn't really smell anything. So I'm giving this probably a 2 or a 3, the white birch and, yeah, the vanilla birch. And then we have the bamboo and orchid. I forgot about this one, the bamboo and orchid. I think in this one you smell more of the bamboo and less orchid. And I wish it were the other way around. I wish you smelled more orchid and less bamboo. It's more, it has that woodsy, to me, the first thing that hits you is the woodsy scent. And I wish that there was more floral. I don't know. To me, I would give this a 3, 2 or a 3. I'm not very, I'd give this a 2, to be honest with you. I'm not very fond of this one. It's not anything that I would purchase in a larger size. So really the only one that I like on that one is the white tea and ginger. That one's a good one, and that actually may end up finding its way to my Etsy shop eventually, because I do like it a lot. So those are my samples. So now to the good stuff. Let me go back to my tarot candles really quick, and I'll tell you what happened. When I started making these, or when I got the idea to make these, I wanted to do it in a scent or a fragrance that was tarot related, and I wanted it to be either sage or Palo Santo or something along those lines. I ended up deciding on Palo Santo, and I could not find it anywhere in stock. Flaming Candle did not have it in stock. Candle Science, there's some places that don't even carry Palo Santo. So I ended up going on the hunt for some Palo Santo, and I did finally manage to find some at the Candlewick store. So I begrudgingly ordered a bottle from the Candlewick store, and I received it, and I wasn't really happy with it when I first tried it. It smelled more like men's cologne, and not even good men's cologne. It was like a cheap, like men's cologne type smell to it. But at that point I was like, okay, you know, maybe it'll smell different when I make the can. So I did do some testers, and it did kind of mellow out a little bit, but it was still, that smell was still there. I went ahead and made the candles anyway with it because that's what I had at the time. The candles sold. I had people come back and buy them this time around, so you know, I'm hoping, you know, I did get a couple of good reviews on it, and somebody, you know, told me that they loved it, that it had nostalgic kind of feelings for them, so they had no problem with it. But I was not happy with it, and so this time around what I did was I waited until the Flaming Candle had it in stock, and so when they had it in stock, I ended up purchasing 2 of the 16 ounce. Is this the, no, it's the wrong bottle. I ended up purchasing 2 of the 16 ounce bottles, so this is what I have left. I probably have another batch or a batch and a half with this. I could probably get probably 7 or 8 more of these candles with what I have left. So that's what I'm saving it for. I did not make any wax melts with this one. This was just for the tarot candles. Huge difference in quality and smell. I would not recommend the Palo Santo from the Candlewick store. This does not smell like cheap men's cologne. This smells more true to the Palo Santo scent that I was looking for. I'm happy with this one. I would probably give this one a 5. I really do like this one. It's very strong. It's very, the hot throw is really good on it. The cold throw is really good on it. I mean, most of the cold throw, you know, it's usually good unless you don't like the scent. But, so that's what happened with the Palo Santo. So I have not had any luck with any of the fragrances from the Candlewick store. That's not a place where I would probably buy any more fragrance oils. The only reason why I went with them for that was because I couldn't find the Palo Santo anywhere else. And it was a mistake, I feel. And so what I did was, actually, let me take that back. This is not just Palo Santo. This is Palo Santo and patchouli. So there is a slight difference. They've got the patchouli added, and I can definitely pick up the patchouli. So if you're the type of person that, I like both of these, so if you're the type of person that likes patchouli, you may like something like this. But I went ahead, and when I reactivated my listing, when I restocked everything, I did put in there that this was a different oil because I wanted customers to know that this is not going to be exactly what it was the last time you purchased it. So also the wax melts that I have in stock, because I do have Palo Santo wax melts in stock, it's not this one, it's the other one from the Candlewick. I did not make any wax melts with this one here, so that's a really good one. But anyway, I would probably not recommend Candlewick for anything as far as fragrance oils. Now as far as wicks, I have purchased wicks. That's where I got my 18s from. You know, sometimes if I'm in a pinch for something like that, they tend to have things in stock where others may not. But as far as fragrance oils, I think I will opt to just wait until it's back in stock in the future if I encounter that problem, instead of going with a place that I don't typically use. So there's that. And then so let me put these out of the way so I can keep track of what I've went over. So let me go over Fresh Outdoors, which is actually, this is actually Fresh Outdoors. I think I got Fresh Outdoors confused with Rainforest Blossom. So this one here is Fresh Outdoors. And so yeah, that's that. To be honest with you, I pick up almost a clean linen with this one, which I like. I like the clean linen scent. So for the fresh outdoors, and I do believe clean linen is listed as a top note, and that is definitely what comes out and hits me the first time. It's like clean linen and some floral notes to it. It's very, very nice. It's a very nice scent. It's very subtle. It's not overpowering, but it's also strong enough to this one here, as far as the wax melts are concerned, the wax melts were wonderful. I have not burned a candle with this one yet, but the wax melts, going by the wax melts, was phenomenal. And it's a very it's subtle but strong, if that makes sense. It's a subtle scent, but it's very strong. I like this one. I like this one a lot. So I'm definitely going to give this one a 5. And then, okay. So this one here is probably my new favorite, and that is Love Spell. So I went ahead and ordered Love Spell a couple months ago because I knew I was going to do those Valentine bundles on my shop, and I wanted to make it with Love Spell. And I also, at that time, I purchased some pink sugar, and I don't have the bottle here, but I will say that the pink sugar is a 5+. It is phenomenal. It is one of the best scents that I've ever smelled, ever. It's like pure sweetness and cotton candy. It's definitely, there's cotton candy listed as one of the notes. And definitely that cotton candy and that sweet sugar kind of smell comes out, and it's a very, very nice scent. So what I did was, when I made my bundles, I had in the bundle, everybody got one Love Spell candle and one pink sugar candle, and then they got 2 of these wax melts, which I called Sweetheart Tarts, and it's a mixture of the Love Spell and the pink sugar. And it is a very lovely scent. I love this one. I had to take one for myself. I did not have enough when I first bought this. I only bought enough for my bundles. I had to take one of these for myself because it's so good. It's so sweet, and it's got that sweet berry, sugary, caramel, vanilla, cotton candy kind of scent to it. So if you're into anything like that, that is a good one to have. This one's a good one. So this one here, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd give it a 10. Because I love this one so much. This is such a good scent. And I do believe it is inspired by the Victoria's Secret scent, if I'm not mistaken. Really good. So, man, so what happened was, because I only purchased an 8-ounce bottle of pink sugar and an 8-ounce bottle of Love Spell for my Valentine bundles. But what happened is, I fell in love with it so much that I decided to come back and get myself a 16-ounce bottle. So this time I made a whole bunch of candles and a whole bunch of wax melts and a whole bunch of samples, because I really love this scent. And I have had a couple of customers message me privately on Etsy and ask, you know, there was one woman who purchased the Valentine bundle just simply because she wanted the Love Spell candle in it. And so that right there made me think, okay, this is could potentially be a popular scent. Let me go ahead and buy it and just put it in the shop, and that's what I've done. So I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones, and I have it going on in the bedroom right now in my wax melter, and I find myself just walking into the bedroom and just smelling it, and it's just like, oh God, so good. So I love the Love Spell. That is like probably one of my new favorites, and I will probably always keep this in stock. And then this one here, Summer Scoop. I love this one as well. This is another favorite of mine now. The second time I purchased it. It's out of stock right now on Flaming Candle, unfortunately, but this, oh my God. So this one here, it's Summer Scoop, and it is a very nostalgic summer ice cream. It's supposed to be a summer ice cream fragrance oil. However, the minute I opened up the bottle and I smelled it, the first thing that came to my mind was strawberry shortcake. And I'm talking about the fresh, juicy summer strawberries that you're mixing up, and you're mixing, you know, the sugar and all of your goodies in there, and that fresh, juicy strawberry smell. That's what this is. I don't pick anything up ice creamy about it. So what I did was I gave all the products that I used for this, I gave it the name of strawberry shortcake because that's what it reminds me of. I ended up ordering a 16 ounce. They didn't have any 16 ounce bottles, so this is another one where they gave me the 2 8-ounce bottles. But this is so good. It's strawberry shortcake, or I also pick up maybe a slight like a strawberry milkshake. I suppose I could probably say milkshake as well. It could either be a strawberry milkshake or strawberry shortcake. It is so good, and the hot throw is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Both candle and wax melt. This one I have tried in the candle because I've had it for a little bit longer, so I did get around to trying it in a candle, but it is so wonderful. Like I said, it's out of stock right now on Flaming Candle, but I know that you can, you know, put in your email address and ask to be notified when they have it in stock. This would definitely be one to try, because if you like fruity things, if you like strawberries or anything like that, this is definitely, I give this a 10 too. So you can tell which ones I like. Okay, so let's just get this one over with. We have the Sage from the Flaming Candle. I don't have enough good things to say about Flaming Candle. However, with this one, they really, I don't know, they dropped the ball on this one. I don't know what the hell happened, but so like I said, I could not find my Palo Santo anywhere, right? They didn't have it in stock at Flaming Candle, but they had this. So I decided to order an 8-ounce bottle of the Sage, because remember when I told you I wanted something either Palo Santo or Sage or something related to tarot for my tarot candles, and Flaming Candle did not have any Palo Santo in stock, and I did not like the Palo Santo that I got from the Candlewick store. So I thought, okay, well, the next best thing will be to go with the Sage from Flaming Candle. You can't go wrong there. I've never purchased anything from them that I haven't really liked, except for this one. So this one here, if you have a cold or if you're congested, this would be a good one for you, because this is like Vicks Vapor Rub. This is exactly Vicks 44. This is complete eucalyptus. I don't know what else to say. I made about 7 candles with this, and I gave one to my son because his girlfriend has asthma, and so she likes the smell of eucalyptus, and she actually thought that it would help her asthma. So I gave them a couple of candles to take back home with them. I tested a couple here. My other son said he liked it, so I gave him a candle. But I was not going to put it in the shop. I was just kind of really upset that it was so pure eucalyptus. It was nothing but eucalyptus. I went back online to the Flaming Candle, read the reviews, and sure enough, everybody was saying, yeah, this is, you know, this is not sage, this is eucalyptus. And I just was like, okay, so I've still got like 3 candles over there that they're just sitting there. I've either got to burn them, or I'm going to have to dig them out of the jars and throw it away. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. They're just sitting there, so I'll deal with them later. But I finally decided to go ahead and make some wax melts. I didn't want to make candles, but I decided to go ahead and make wax melts. And the reason is because I have another lady friend, and I was telling her the story about what happened, and she said, oh, eucalyptus? She's like, oh, you have eucalyptus? She's like, oh, I would love a eucalyptus wax melt. She's like, oh, I love that scent. She too has asthma, so you know, maybe it's something that's good for people with breathing problems or breathing issues, or again, if you want something very cleansing. So what I did was I said, okay, I will go ahead and make some wax melts with it, but I cannot name it sage. It has to be named eucalyptus because that's what it is. So that is exactly what I did. And honestly, if this was a eucalyptus bottle, I would give it a 5 because it would be true to its name. You know, the hot throw, the cold throw is all there. The quality of it is good. But it's not sage, so I have to give this like a 1, be honest with you. I'm very disappointed on this one. Yeah, it's like Vicks 44 is what it is. I could literally name this Vicks 44 and it would go for that. It would be true. That's exactly what it is. You know, if you have a stuffy nose, definitely. That's a great one. It is a nostalgic one. Seriously, it's a nostalgic one because I'm taken back to being 12, laying in bed with a fever and a runny nose and, you know, Tylenol and 7-Up and Vicks 44 on my chest. That's the nostalgia that I'm getting from that one. So, I don't know. Big disappointment. Don't know what happened with that one. Okay, so then we have the black amber and lavender. This is a nice one. I'm not a big lavender fan, believe it or not. I don't care for lavender. It's a very, very popular scent. I don't like lavender by itself. It's got to be mixed with something like this one. So the black amber and lavender I can hack, but I don't like just that plain lavender because it smells like soap to me. It's a very soapy, shampoo-y type of a smell, and I don't like that. So whenever I buy lavender, I always tend to buy it with, you know, something else mixed in with it, whether it's black amber and lavender, whether it's lavender and sandalwood. What was the other one? Oh, California sage and lavender. That one is probably my favorite. But this is a nice one. I give this one a 5. It's got a really nice hot throw, very nice cold throw. This is a popular one. This is one that I had in my shop last fall, and a couple of customers purchased it and liked it so much that they requested it again, so I ended up getting it again and made more. So this is a good one. I like this one. Definitely for all the lavender fans out there. Since we're talking about flowers, I've got the garden lilac. Again, I don't like plain floral scents. I don't want just garden, or I don't want just lilac or just lavender or just honeysuckle. I like them mixed with something else. So like the honeysuckle jasmine or the garden lilac, or lilac breeze is another good one. This is a wonderful scent. I really do like this one. Yeah. That is definitely a 5, and it's very, very strong, very nice. The hot throw on it is wonderful. Hot throw, I think, is probably even extra good on this one. This is a really, really strong one. And the reason why I carry lilac is because, you know, it is a popular scent. A lot of people like lilac, but I think that it tends to get overlooked sometimes. I had a woman recently purchase some wax melts, and it was a gift for her mom. And she came back and she wrote a review, and she said, you know, my mom loved these scents, or these wax melts. The fragrance was so nice, and it's very hard to get lilac, so I appreciate this person having lilac in their shop. And I thought about that, and I thought, you know, because I never really thought about lilac being a hard product to find. And then I thought, well, maybe because it's just so common, maybe people don't choose to make lilac just because it's such a common scent that you can pretty much buy anywhere. And so for that reason, I like to keep it in, just because it is a traditional common scent. And I want to have something for everyone in my shop. Even if it's just plain lilac, it's a very wonderful scent. But I do think that when we have these shops online and we're making homemade products or handmade products, we try to find things that you don't typically, you know, find at Target or Walmart or Meijer or anything like that. You want these original things that you can't necessarily get at the store. But I think it's okay sometimes just to have a regular scent, just a regular lilac or a lavender. So definitely a 5 on this one. And then basil, mint, and sage. So definitely a 5 on this one right off the bat. Huge 100% difference between this one and this. This here is Vicks 44. This here is basil, mint, and sage. This is another fragrance that, yeah, I had this in my shop last fall. Sold out on it, and people had requested it again, and so I brought it back. This is a very popular scent. Perfect for bathrooms. This is such a fresh, clean, you get all of those notes. You get the basil, you get the sage, you get the mint, and it's a beautiful blend of all of it. It's just perfect. It's not overwhelming. It's nothing like this at all. If you've bought this, don't be traumatized to the point to where you don't give something like this a try, because this is very, very nice. It's a very clean, fresh scent. The hot throw in candles is phenomenal. The hot throw in wax melts is phenomenal. And like I said, I love this one in a bathroom or a bedroom. It's almost kind of got like that Zen type of a fragrance, in my opinion. So I like that one. So that's a 5 as well. We're getting there, guys. Okay, so sweet pea. We only have 2 more. So the sweet pea is this one here. So like I said, the sweet pea, and I've got 2, what did I put in there? God, I can't remember. I think did I put 2 10s or 2 8s? I can't remember now. I think 2 10s in here. But this is all the sweet pea candles. One of the reasons why I don't like this jar, though, I'll be honest, is it doesn't have a lid, and I like the lids on the candles. I just like that protection, and I don't know if it's just psychological, but I feel like it keeps the scent in. I don't know if it does or if it doesn't, but that's kind of how I feel. So sweet pea is definitely a light floral scent. It's another one of those scents that you can buy at Target or Meijer or Walmart, and it's actually one of my favorite scents as far as spring and summer, and so I wanted to give it a try making it myself, because before I got into making candles and wax melts, I was buying sweet pea all the time. I spent tons of money on wax melts and candles. I love candles and wax melts. I've got 9 or 10 wax melters around the house, going on 24/7. Hell, I can't even smell anything anymore in here because my scent is so, you know, messed up right now. But this was always a go-to buy for me. Always loved this one. Very sweet, very, very floral. There's something about the sweet pea that I love. So naturally, when I seen it on Flaming Candle, I wanted to give it a shot. I'm gonna have to give this probably a 4, simply because I notice it's not quite the sweet pea that I'm used to from buying wax melts myself at the store. It's not as sweet. It's still a good fragrance. It's still really nice. It is sweet pea. It does smell like sweet pea. Maybe I just wish it was a little bit stronger, just a tad bit stronger. So yeah, I would have to go a little bit lower on this one. I wouldn't buy it again. I wouldn't buy it again. And I took one of these candles the other day because I wanted to just test it after it had cured for a while, and I lit one of these candles, and I could smell it, but the hot throw wasn't as good as, let's say, for example, the lilac or that black amber and lavender. It was a completely different hot throw. You can still smell it. It's a very subtle, light scent, so if you're the type of person that doesn't like overwhelming scents, or candles that are maybe too strong, that might be a good one for you. But that's not really how I like my candles to be. You know, so I don't know, it's just not as strong as I wish it were. So there's that. And then Okay, 2 of my favorites are left. I only have 2 more. Okay. So this is something I've been really wanting to try for a while, and I went crazy on it, and I bought 2 16-ounce bottles without ever trying it before, and that sounds crazy. Just saying it out loud sounds crazy. But I trusted Flaming Candle, and I read through all of the reviews, and it had high reviews, and I'm glad that I went with my gut and bought 2 16 ounces because I am going to use it, and that is the Fruit Loops. This is beyond amazing. I don't even know what the hell to say, because all I can say is go get yourself a box of Fruit Loops and take a whiff of that bag inside that box, and that's what this smells like. They nailed it. I don't know what their scientists did in the lab when they were mixing this together, but they nailed it. It is Fruit Loops, truly Fruit Loops to the T. I love it. Hot throw is amazing. The cold throw is amazing. You just want to eat it. Oh my God, it's cereal. It's Fruit Loop cereal. Very nostalgic scent. Takes me back to my childhood. Hell, it takes me back to yesterday morning breakfast. It's just a phenomenal scent. I've got candles. I haven't made these candles with it yet, and I still plan on it. After all, I've still got a whole nother bottle here that I can use. But I did make these, so I do have most of these scents I have available in these containers. Most of these scents, not all of them, I have available in these containers. This is one that I still have to make, but I do have the wax melts, and I do have those smaller 8-ounce ceramic jar candles, the gray ones, with this, and it is the best I've ever smelled. I think I will probably keep this in the store from here on out. This is one that I like so well. I give this one the same level that I give Love Spell and Garden Lilac, and that is, what did I say those were? A 10 on a scale of 1 to 5. I give that a 10 as well. That's a phenomenal one. And then last but not least is Downy April Fresh, which is my fresh clean linen fragrance in the shop. On a scale of 1 to 5, I give this one a 10 as well, because this is absolutely beyond amazing. I love this. I love Downy. Usually that's, I always buy Downy fabric softener, so I like that scent. Yet again, they nailed it. I don't know how. I don't know. Man, they got it. They got it like to the T. This is probably the best linen fragrance I've ever smelled in my life. This is it. This is April Fresh Downy. That's what it is. It smells just like that. It's very strong. I'm going to give this a 10 too, because the hot throw, the cold throw is amazing. It's true to its name. It smells just like the fabric softener. It's very fresh. This is another scent where I went to put it in the family, or not the family room, but the living room. I went to put it in the living room, and just like with my Fresh Outdoors, I didn't want to put it in there with things that needed to be cleaned in there, because it just has such a clean feel to it that you don't want to put that into a dirty or whatever living room that needs to be picked up or vacuumed or dusted. It just needs to be in a clean space. That's what I felt about it. So I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and run the vacuum, and then I can put my Downy wax melts in the wax melter, and I'll feel like it's clean. So that's what I did, but it's not really usually that dirty, but we don't even use that room. But anyway, this is a wonderful fragrance. I love this one. This is probably, again, one of my favorite ones. I would definitely recommend this one if you're looking for a linen, if you're looking for something that's very clean and fresh and very strong and long lasting. This is a good one. So definitely out of this haul, I would say that Fruit Loops, April Fresh Downy, Strawberry or Summer Scoop, Love Spell, Garden Lilac, where's my Love Spell? Garden Lilac, and the Fresh Outdoors is probably gonna be staying in the shop. As far as the Basil, Mint, and Sage, I do like it. I think it's because I'm not in love with it like I am these, simply because I've been smelling it for such a while now. It's just kind of, it smells good, but I don't know, I'm just kind of used to it, and I like to switch my scents up. I'm always the type of person that when I buy candles, I'll buy one scent for a period of time, and then I have to switch out and change, because I'm always, you know, even with my hand soap and my shampoo and my detergent, I always, you know, I have one scent for a while and then I have to switch it out and switch it up. So I think I am kind of used to the Basil, Mint, and Sage a little bit. So it's not in my top, what is this, 5? It's not my top 5 or my top 6. So right now, honestly, if I had to go with my number 1, hands down, it's going to be Love Spell. This is my number 1 right now, hands down, Love Spell. I absolutely love that one, and I love Pink Sugar right behind it. Those are 2 phenomenal scents. Next, I would probably do the April Downy, then the Strawberry, Fresh Outdoors, Fruit Loops, and then the Lilac would be last. But those 5, or no, those 6, I think will be staying in the shop. So anyway, that was the fragrance oil review. You know, sorry I didn't give any of the top notes, medium notes, or bottom notes. I just wanted to tell you how it kind of smelled to me. And maybe that will help you decide to, you know, try it out or not. But anyway, I hope this helped out, and I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, have a wonderful week, and I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday today. I didn't know it was a holiday. I was on my way to the post office to ship out my orders and forgot that it was a holiday. So anyway, have a wonderful week, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.